Good day, students. Welcome to JSS 2 Basic Science, Week 6. Today we study the skeletal system, the framework of bones and cartilage that gives the body its shape, supports its weight, protects vital organs, and allows movement. An adult human body contains 206 bones. At birth, babies have about 300 to 350 bones, many of which fuse together as we grow. Bones are living tissue, they grow, repair themselves, and produce blood cells. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to state the functions of the skeletal system, identify the major bones of the human skeleton, classify joints and give examples, describe the composition of bone, distinguish between the axial and appendicular skeleton, and apply skeletal knowledge to health issues common in Nigeria. Let us build our knowledge of bones. Functions of the skeletal system. 1. Support provides a rigid framework that holds the body upright and supports the weight of tissues. 2. Protection. The skull protects the brain, the vertebral column, backbone, protects the spinal cord, the ribcage protects the heart and lungs. 3. Movement. Bones act as levers, muscles attached to bones via tendons produce movement at joints. 4. Blood cell production. Red bone marrow in certain bones, skull, ribs, vertebrae, pelvis, long bones, produces red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, hemopoiesis. 5. Mineral storage. Bones store calcium and phosphorus, releasing them into the blood when needed. 6. Shape and posture, gives the body its characteristic shape. The skeleton is divided into two parts: axial skeleton, central axis, skull, vertebral column, ribcage, sternum plus ribs. 80 bones. Appendicular skeleton, limbs and girdles, shoulder, pectoral, girdle, arms, pelvis, hip, girdle, legs. 126 bones. Section 1. Major bones of the human skeleton. Axial skeleton. Skull, cranium, protects brain, plus facial bones, mandible, lower jaw, only movable facial bone. Vertebral column, 33 vertebrae in 5 regions, cervical, 7, neck, thoracic, 12, chest, lumbar, 5, lower back, sacral, 5 fused, sacrum, coccygeal, 4 fused, coccyx. Total, 33. Ribcage, sternum, breastbone, plus 12 pairs of ribs, first 7 pairs attached directly to sternum equals true ribs, next 3 pairs attached via cartilage equals false ribs, last 2 pairs equals floating ribs. Appendicular skeleton. Pectoral, shoulder, girdle, clavicle, collarbone, plus scapula, shoulder blade. Connects upper limb to axial skeleton. Upper limb, humerus, lower arm, radius and ulna, forearm, carpals, wrist, 8 bones, metacarpals, palm, 5 bones, phalanges, fingers, 14 bones per hand. Pelvic, hip, girdle, fused bones forming the pelvis, connects lower limb to axial skeleton, protects reproductive and digestive organs in the lower abdomen. Lower limb, femur, thigh, longest bone in the body, tibia and fibula, lower leg, patella and kneecap, tarsals, ankle, 7 bones, metatarsals, foot, 5 bones, phalanges, toes, 14 per foot. Section 2. Composition of bone. Bone is a living tissue, harder than any other tissue because of its mineral content. Composition. Organic matrix, mainly collagen fibers, about 35%, provide tensile strength and flexibility. Inorganic minerals, mainly calcium phosphate crystals, hydroxyapatite, about 65%, provide hardness and rigidity. Living bone cells, osteoblast, build bone, osteoclast, break down bone, osteocytes, maintain bone. Bone structure, compact bone, dense outer layer, provides strength, havation canals run through it carrying blood vessels and nerves, spongy bone, cancellous bone, inner, lattice-like structure, lighter, red bone marrow fills cavities in spongy bone, periosteum, outer membrane covering bone, contains osteoblast, bone grows and repairs here, medullary cavity, central canal of long bones, contains yellow bone marrow, fat. Section 3. Joints. A joint is where two or more bones meet. Joints are classified by the type and degree of movement allowed. Fixed, fibrous, immovable, joints, bones fused, no movement. Examples: sutures between skull bones, the pubic symphysis. Slight movement, cartilaginous, joints, joined by cartilage, limited movement. Examples: intervertebral discs between vertebrae, allow the spine to flex slightly. Synovial, freely movable, joints, most common type, allow wide range of movement. Structure: synovial cavity containing synovial fluid, lubricates the joint, cartilage covers the bone surfaces, ligaments hold bones together, tendons attach muscles to bones. Types of synovial joints: ball and socket, shoulder, hip, movement in all directions, including rotation, hinge, knee, elbow, movement in one plane only, like a door hinge, pivot, between atlas and axis vertebrae in the neck, allows rotation, turning head, gliding, between carpals/tarsals, sliding movement, saddle, base of thumb. Tendons versus ligaments. Tendons connect muscle to bone, made of strong collagen, transmit the pulling force of muscle to bone. Ligaments connect bone to bone, hold joints together, limit excessive movement. Section 4. Skeletal health in Nigeria. Rickets, deficiency of vitamin D or calcium, causes soft, deformed bones, bowing of legs in children, common in Nigeria where some children have poor diets and limited sunlight exposure on covered skin. Prevented by vitamin D from sunlight, diet rich in calcium, dairy, fish, green leafy vegetables. Osteoporosis, loss of bone density with age, bones become brittle and prone to fracture, more common in elderly women after menopause, prevented by calcium and vitamin D intake plus exercise. Arthritis, inflammation of joints, osteoarthritis, wear and tear, common in older Nigerians. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease. Identify the type of joint in each case and state the movement possible. 1. Knee joint, hinge joint. Movement, flexion and extension, bending and straightening, in one plane only. 2. Shoulder joint, ball and socket joint. Movement, all directions including rotation, allows arm to swing in a full circle. 3. Sutures of the skull, fixed, fibrous, joint. Movement, none. 4. Between two vertebrae in the lumbar region, cartilaginous joint. Movement, limited sliding/bending movement, the intervertebral disc absorbs shock. 5. Elbow joint, hinge joint. Movement, flexion and extension of the forearm. For skeletal errors. Mistake 1. Saying tendons connect bone to bone, ligaments connect bone to bone, tendons connect muscle to bone. Mistake 2. Saying the knee is a ball and socket joint, the knee is a hinge joint, one plane of movement, the shoulder and hip are ball and socket joints. Mistake 3. Forgetting that bone is a living tissue, bone has blood vessels, nerves, and living cells, osteoblasts, osteoclasts, it grows, repairs, and produces blood cells. Mistake 4. Wrong count for vertebrae. There are 33 vertebrae total, 7 cervical plus 12 thoracic plus 5 lumbar plus 5 sacral plus 4 coccygeal, not 24 or 26. Brilliant work. The skeletal system has 206 bones in adults. Functions: support, protection, movement, blood cell production, mineral storage. Axial skeleton, skull, vertebral column, 33 vertebrae, rib cage. Appendicular skeleton, shoulder girdle, arms, pelvis, legs. Major bones: femur, longest, humerus, radius/ulnar, tibia/fibula, carpals, tarsals. Bone composition: collagen, flexibility, plus calcium phosphate, hardness, plus living cells. Joints: fixed, skull sutures, no movement, cartilaginous, vertebrae, limited movement, synovial, freely movable, hinge, knee, elbow, ball and socket, shoulder, hip, pivot, neck, gliding, and wrist. Tendons, muscle to bone. Ligaments, bone to bone. Skeletal diseases, rickets, VD deficiency, osteoporosis, age-related bone loss, arthritis, joint inflammation. For homework, draw and label the major bones of the upper limb from shoulder to fingertip.